Welcome everyone to today's Lunch and Learn. We welcome Shifra and Leticia from Ayda, and I'm going to hand straight over to them because we only have 30 minutes and I know they've got a lot to say. So welcome. I think Shifra, you're going to start.
Yeah, I will. Thanks, Lucy. Thanks everyone for giving up some of your lunchtime and not spending it so much in the sun and coming and seeing us. So hi, I'm Shifra. I'm the founder of Ayda, and Leticia works with us in the customer success manager. She'll kind of tell you more about that and get into the detail of Ayda later on. But essentially, over the next sort of 20 minutes or so, we're going to take you through what Ayda does, and how we enable people to keep their research trustworthy and their processes efficient. We'll talk you through Ayda's 4 main products for research operations, give you a quick sort of overview of what the hell is research operations, if you're not already familiar with it as a term. And we'll focus particularly on 2 of our 4 products, which are Pay and Trust, as we've called them. And we'll give you a walk through the platform with a focus on Pay and Trust, and hopefully finish in time with quick fire Q&A if anybody sort of wants to dig into anything. So what is research ops or res ops, as it's sort of bubbled up as a term? Essentially what it does is it refers to a multitude of operational tasks that absolutely vital and critical to delivering successful research and high quality research and insights. But essentially it's everything aside from data collection and analysis. And this encompasses a really sort of wide range of tasks that are often very time consuming, sometimes more often than not manual, and certainly admin heavy. Sometimes some of these tasks will be your responsibility. Sometimes you might hand off to a fieldwork agency or a recruiter, and sometimes your customers will be doing these tasks in-house. And that's especially the case we find with sort of CX and UX teams. Either aside, essentially ops is absolutely critical to get right for great participant experience and smooth research delivery and data delivery. And really it's, people want to be spending their time on the things that are going to earn them the most money, right, in business, which is generally delivering insights or conducting the research, delivering insights, and recruiting participants. And all this bit that we do in research ops in between is something that very much with tech we can automate away. And the trouble is, essentially, as I said, it sort of brings a multitude of problems, ResOps does, and that kind of largely falls into 3 buckets, which is data security and compliance, the amount of time and inefficiency that these tasks brings, and also sometimes the sort of lack of joined up participant experience that can be delivered through this. So really that's sort of what we set out to address. Having participant data in multiple places, such as on email, on Excel spreadsheets, PayPal, DocuSign, obviously brings compliance and security issues. This sort of not joined up approach, or this sort of disparate approach, also means it can be quite difficult to track tasks and progress in terms of where participants are in their sort of journey in the research project. And you may even have found yourself dealing with sort of desperate time sink and sort of, desperate awfulness of dealing with participant payment issues and where's my money and why have I not been paid yet, which really we can all do without. And that's sort of originally what we sort of set out to help with. So all of this sort of leads up to a less than ideal participant experience. So what we did is we conducted research with over 3,000 participants to understand, first of all, what were their needs and what did they want when they were taking part in research studies. And we found they want prompt and fair payment, they want ease of communication with stakeholders, and they want transparency on their data and usage. So with that in mind, and with our customers' needs in mind, that's how we have built Ayda, and that's how we sort of rebuilt next gen Ayda to deliver a sort of much more streamlined and intuitive participant and user experience overall. So what is it? Well, Ayda now delivers a modern suite of tools for research operations that incorporates 4 different products: Hub, Sign, Pay, and Trust. Each of these, so Hub is essentially a CRM for research participants. where you can store profiles, you can track activities, send messages, send comms, manage participants in a secure, GDPR compliant database hub, right? Sign adds on to that as an effortless solution to manage consent, NDAs, and all documents. Again, with compliance. Pay is real-time rewards. We offer that across 52 countries, including transfer to bank account. And you don't need to collect or hold any payment data, which is kind of also really important in terms of that compliance and security piece. And trust is relatively new. It's a very new product from us, which is all about increasing confidence in the sample quality and limiting the financial impact of participant fraud or professional participants, and that links with pay. The way that we've built Ayda and the suite of tools means that this can be a very scalable solution, both in terms of sort of how we've done the pricing and also actually how we've built the products. It means that it can scale as an ops platform from independent consultants through to large research agencies, through to in-house UX teams, through to global panels, through to universities. And that's kind of that's our aim, is to be very much an operational automation layer that can sit across all research instances of research, irrespective of the kind of studies that are taking place, because the needs in ops, in res ops, is pretty much consistent and the same. And as I said, it's very scalable because the modules can be combined or used independently. So you don't have to take everything. If you just want to pay people, you can just use pay. If you just want to actually do consent documentation, you can just sign up and use sign. But obviously they fit together really well. So without sort of, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over to Letitia. She's going to give you a quick overview on each one, and then we're going to get into the platform and have a look, and then hopefully have time for questions. Letitia, all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Letitia. I'm the Customer Success Manager for Ayda. And some of you might already know us from our payment solution, like she was explaining, Ayda Pay. But Ayda is much more than that now. So we're just not a payments platform anymore. We have developed from that. And from understanding the needs of our customers, we created more features that I'm happy to share with you today. So we're going to start with the Ayda payments to explain a little bit more how it works and what it is. So Ayda Pay allows you to pay participants, and they can claim their payments directly to their bank account, PayPal, or from hundreds of vouchers options. We disperse payments in real time, ensuring that the participants receive the money promptly. With Ayda, there's, like Shifra said, there's no need for you to collect sensitive information or handle cash. You just need to provide the participant's full name and email. You're going to see that on our video at the end of this presentation. Our solution also supports payouts to more than 52 countries, and you can have your Ayda wallet, as we call, in 3 main currencies. So at the moment, we have pounds, euros, and USD dollars, but of course, we can open more wallets as requested. Something that I want to mention that I think is very important is that unlike other payments or vouchers platforms, we are different because we do not make money out of unclaimed incentives, and the participants receive the full amount. So how it works is that if someone has not claimed their incentive, you can repay that back to your company account. So we do that because we want to make sure that we deliver a good experience, not just for the participants, but also for the users. Yeah, so next slide, please. So the next product is Ayda Sign, like Shifra was explaining, is our document management solution. So Ayda Sign allows you to create documents or use existing templates to save time and ensure consistency. You can personalize each document, so that means that you don't have to manually enter participant details, which reduces the risk of errors and saving time. Our dashboard is designed to update you in real time, so you can easily see which documents have been read or signed. Ayda Sign is basically our all-in-one solution for document management, so you can send, manage, track, store, and download multiple documents all from one place, which is quite nice. And this integrated approach ensures that your document workflows are streamlined and organized just in one place. So we've also designed Ayda Sign, Pay and Sign our products. We designed with a mobile-first approach, which means for Ayda Sign that participants can easily read, sign, and manage documents on their mobile device, enhancing their overall experience and ensuring higher engagement rates. Now, next to Ayda Hub, as Shifra also mentioned, Ayda Hub is our data management system. It's designed to optimize your research operations and participant management. So Ayda Hub offers you the ability to maintain a comprehensive records of participants' histories. So our customers mainly use Hub now for two purposes. So some of them use Hub to track participants' previous involvements in projects, to check if that person has been part of recent researches or who that person is. And some of our customers use a Hub also to manage their own participants base throughout the whole research journey. So Ayda Hub streamlines the communication with participants, like Shifra mentioned, facilitating follow-ups, study updates, and potential future opportunities. So Ayda Hub ensures that everyone stays informed and engaged on the research. In summary, basically, Ayda Hub is designed to enhance every aspect of the management and research operations. And now the Ayda Trust. So this is our brand new feature, which we are very proud of. We're very happy to be talking about it because we've been working very hard to bring this to the market. And Ayda Trust is basically an anti-fraud solution. So that's the best way to describe it. How Ayda Trust operates is that it uses behavior and payment data collected throughout the research operations. So what that means is that it's not intrusive, so it ensures a smooth experience for participants without compromising their privacy. So the participants, they don't need to provide any other details for us other than what they already provide, which is quite nice for the participant side because they don't need to do any extra work to prove that they are a good participant or anything like that. So before inviting participants to a study, Ayda Trust allows you to access and decide whether to proceed with the person, investigate a little bit further, or exclude that participant from your research. This is what we call a pre-fly assessment and helps identify potential issues early on, saving time in research. So basically how it works, you're going to see on the video later on as well. How it works is when you upload participants, Ayda is going to provide you with a trust score, like you can see on the image, showing you how trustworthy that person is basically, and then it's up to you how you want to proceed, if you want to just trust or if you want to investigate further. So I think next slide as well, please. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Ayda Trust, like you can see on this slide, is suitable for any type of research method where participants are compensated. So it can be used for qualitative research and also for panels, which is quite nice because some of the solutions, anti-fraud solutions that you can find now out there, they are normally applied for one type of research, and Ayda Trust, you can apply for any type of research. Another thing that is very nice to mention as well is that our solution offers both API and no-code option to integrate with Ayda Trust. So it delivers real-time trust scores, and this makes it easy to integrate with Ayda Trust into your existing systems and process without additional complexity. So it's up to you if you want to integrate with an API or if you just want to use by using integrated with payments, Ayda Pay. So another thing that is important to mention, and this is in industry view, is that Ayda Trust is used. The more it's used, is the better value adds to this research industry, because how it works is that as more users adopt Ayda Trust, the system becomes more robust, enhancing its ability to detect and prevent fraud across the board. So as much more participants that you upload into the platform, more valuable the database will be. So you're not just helping your research to be safe or secure your research, but also other companies as well. So this is, we're very proud of that because we are not just selling a product, we are trying to find and bring a solution across the industry. And unlike alternative third-party identity checks, they are often manual and demanding. Ayda Trust is seamless, like I mentioned. And this is the only solution that verifies participants during the payment process, preventing fraudulent responders from the start. So now, if I'm not wrong, I think the next thing is the video. Yeah, so we're just going to show this video. This is a demo from our platform just to show you how Ayda Pay and Trust works. So in this video, you're not going to see Ayda Sign-in Hub because we just focus on these two products. Hello, welcome to Ayda. Today, we'll take a tour of the Ayda dashboard, show you how to create a project, and check the participants' trust score. After you sign into your Ayda account using your email and password, you will see your dashboard. Here, you can check your Ayda wallet balance, add more funds if needed, review your projects, and easily access participants' grid and reports. Adding funds into your wallet is very easy. You just need to click on Add Funds, select the currency, insert the amount, and click Next. Ayda is going to ask you if you need a pro forma invoice. You just need to click Yes or No, and you easily can access our bank details to transfer the amount into our account. After that, if you also want to check your reports, you can just click on Reports, click on Create a Report, and here you have different options so you can track all the movimentation within your account and your projects. Paying participants using Ayda is very easy. Now, I'm going to show you how to create a project. On your dashboard, please click on Create. After that, you will have to type the project name, insert the reference in description, and select the currency. You will be provided with the bank reference code for that project in case you want to add funds directly into the project. Please select the researcher and click Next. With Ayda, you can make payments in more than 52 countries. So if you would like to make payments internationally, you need to click Yes. After that, you will see the summary with all the information about your project, so you can double check and make sure that you have everything right. If so, please click on Create Project. And your project is created. To access the project, just click Project Name, and you will see your project overview. To add participants, just click Add Participants and select the option to add just one person or multiple people by uploading an Excel file. When you upload your Excel file, you will be able to see all the information that you have there. We just ask for you to provide the email, name, and incentive amount. The rest is with us. Please double check and click Next. To add your participants, just click on the button. And that's it. All your participants have been added to your project. To check your participants' grade, you can go here to check all the participants added into that project. So if you would like to pay people, you can pay all of them at once or one at a time. So in my case, I just want to pay one person, so I'm going to click to select this person, click on Incentives and Allocate, and select Next. Ayda is going to give you an overview of how much you're going to spend to pay that person, including fees and VAT, and you need to click Next. Here, we ask if you would like to move the company funds from your wallet or create a pro forma invoice to add funds to this project. In this case, I'm going to click Yes. The next screen is going to ask you if you want to release the incentive, and you just need to click Yes. Releasing the incentive means that this person has received an email from Ayda inviting them to claim. On the Participants tab within your project, you are going to see all the participants that you have already added to this project. Add more people if you want to by following the steps that I showed you before, or you can also edit information. So let's say if the participant has provided you with the wrong email or the name has a typo or anything like that, you can just come here and click on Edit. Also, you can check the last activity to make sure that the email has been sent, check the incentive status to make sure that that person has claimed. So, for example, this participant is showing as released, which means that incentive is available for him to claim. So once he has claimed, the incentive state is going to show to change to paid. And you can also change what you're seeing. So you can select the columns that you would like to see and also check the participant view. So all the information you have for that person and also the status of the email that you have sent, the status of activity, what you have done, and much more. Another way to access your participants' information is by going back to your dashboard and click on participants. This is your participants grid. So bear in mind that you're going to have access to all the participants across all your projects. Okay, now that you have learned how to check and add funds, where to go to generate your reports, and how to create projects to pay participants, I'm going to show you how to check the participants' risk score using Ayda Trust. After you upload your participants, Ayda Trust will provide you with a color score that indicates the participants' risk worth. You can easily check this score on your Projects Participants tab or using your dashboard by clicking here to see your participants grid. Trust score provided by Ayda is non-intrusive, meaning that we don't ask participants for any additional information beyond what they've already provided during their research journey. This score is also given pre-flight, which means that is available upon uploading and before the research takes place, assuming we have encountered the participant before, of course. If we do not have any information, it will show as a pending. Ayda Trust is industry-wide, making it suitable for any research method where participants are compensated. Can be used for quantitative and qualitative research and also for panels. One of the key benefits of Ayda Trust is the collaborative network effect. The more Ayda Trust is used, the greater the value it offers to all the users. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or need any assistance, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you. Bye.
I'm just gonna go on. So I think we're very fortunate and feel, you know, very proud to already work with a number of ICG members. So we work with Nick at Deep Blue, Kath at White Rabbit Research, Rebecca at Made You Think, Jill at Insightful, and there are many more kind of, you know, think those have been with us for a little while. Alice at Curiouser, you can sort of, I don't know if she's here on the ICG, but she probably should be if she's not. But you know, they say nice things, as you might imagine, because they're sort of continued users, and you can see some of the other companies that we work with here, from you know, not traditional, but from sort of research agencies through to sort of in-house teams like Mediacom and the Guardian, through to we've just started working with the guys at Walla, so that's sort of panel solutions, and universities is again a growing area for us. So I think we've kind of given you a whistle-stop tour of the two products that we thought would be most relevant for ICG members, but sort of happy to sort of provide details on others and dig into it further. And within just over 20 minutes. So there we go. Happy to answer questions.
Thank you. Yes, so interesting. Thanks so much. So we've got a couple here. One from Mike. Obviously, anybody that's got extra questions, unmute yourselves, but I'll just start with these ones. Mike's was, how would you compare Ayda to mainstream products like PayPal?
So we're a completely, well, Ayda Pay is obviously what you might compare to PayPal. But obviously as a suite of tools, we're all about research operations, not just payment. But if you're looking at Ayda Pay, what you are doing with Ayda Pay is you give the ability for participants to, I think the main thing is they can claim direct to their bank account, and 85% of participants that go through the platform choose, when given the choice, you can limit on your side, but on the customer side, if you want to not let them claim direct to bank. But essentially the ability to claim direct to bank is what is really sets us apart, and that's what 85% of people that go through the platform choose to do. They want cash. And we get the kind of responses that you saw on Leticia's slide from participants about, you know, what a great system it is as far as they're concerned. We're rated sort of 4.8 out of 5, working to get that even higher, because we want to deliver a really sort of inclusive and easy experience for participants, because we know it's really hard to get people to take part in the first place. So we want to sort of give them the option and to claim in the way that they want, as opposed to forcing them all to have PayPal accounts or always claiming vouchers that they don't want, which is, like we said, we can see when not limited, most people want cash. That's the real main point of difference.
Thank you. And just one more question on the chat so far, from Jill. Although I've used Ayda for UK payments, I've never managed to make it work internationally because it hasn't been straightforward to set up in multiple countries or being clear what the fees apply to end users or what the cost is for me. So she wants to know where you are with development on this.
That we're done. So we've just literally finished all of our FX work. So what that means is that you can set in pounds or euros or dollars, and the participant can claim in their local currency. So we've just literally got that work live as we speak.
Is it just pounds, euros, or dollars though?
So in terms of, well, if you wanted to set up, for example, Australian dollars wallet and pay out in that, the reason that we do that is essentially because it avoids you having to pay FX fees, because you transfer in that currency, and then the FX fee is essentially just what the participant claims in. If you wanted to open a wallet in Australian dollars, you would need to pay in Australian dollars to avoid the FX fee. So you're getting that FX from your bank, right? And then essentially you can pay out in Australian dollars without the FX. It would be essentially like a local currency transfer. So you can do that. And if you have other countries that you want to pay out to, then you just need to give us a shout and let us know and transfer.
I think this is why I've never made it work, Shifra, because some of my projects are like 2 people in Pakistan, 1 person in China, 3 people in Thailand, and so yeah.
So you would need to set what is the currency that you're paying them out, as opposed to, so we would need like a defined currency that you're essentially have agreed to pay them out. And so if you've agreed to pay people in Pakistan $50, we can do that. Yeah,
but do they not get stung with bank payment fees at their end? No. Okay, all right, maybe I'll talk to you.
No, because we've spent quite a lot of time in development in actually getting that right, because we're obviously, the conversations also that we're having with panels is that they're saying, okay, super interesting, we've got 15 countries that we need to pay out to if we're going to pay out in direct to bank, and we can't be again stung for the local currency fees. So we've spent months.
Okay, well, it's probably quite a long time ago then that I had these conversations, and I just could never make it work, but perhaps I'll talk to you separately about it.
I think I remember the conversation, Jill. I think was when we were starting to develop the international payments, but like Shifra said, now we've been working for months to make it better. So if you need to make payments internationally, you can just reach out to me and we can book a call and then I explain everything to you as well. Because what we need from you is basically just, you need to select one currency, like Shifra said. So if you want to pay them in pounds, euros, and dollars, and you need to send me the list of countries you want to pay, so I make sure that you have that available. And if it's not available, we can make it available for you. Basically, we can look into opening that route, as we say, with that country. So it's just a conversation that we need to have with you on what you need from us. Basically, that's how it works.
Thank you. I'm conscious of time. I know, Lynn, you've got your hand up. Do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, I mean, as a recruiter, I'm pleased when my client uses Ayda, because, being chased for non-payment, etc., is just a complete nightmare. But I'm a little concerned looking at your hub thing. How does that work when I've recruited a project for my client and these people are on your hub? I'm not sure I'm happy about that.
No, it's not our hub. It's not our hub, Lynn. It's not our hub. So to put your mind at rest, it's not ours. So we're a software company, right? So we build software solutions. I'm not in the business of trying to steal anyone's participants or lists or anything like that. That's not us. And that would not be how we work. So what it means is that we work already with a number of agencies, and they have hub. So they use hub. So every time a recruiter or they get sent participants, they essentially say, okay, and it's for them for the QA checking, right? Because they're working with maybe multiple companies, and they're getting sent lots of different people, and they want to know, for example, have I seen this person in the past 2 months, or have they taken part in research for us in the past 2 months, and have they taken part in research that is contrary to what I'm recruiting them for, right? So they could be just doing something for a vegan study, and it's been recruited by this person, and they have a name for it, and now they're doing something on a cheese related study, and the same name comes up, and they're then able to flag, because they have this view, and say to that recruiter, who might be a completely different one, we might need to check this person, or we've seen this person before from a different study. They wouldn't know that. How would the recruiter know that? But because essentially they have that information, they're able to do that. So for clarity, we're not using hub. We have built hub for customers to use. Agencies are using it in that way. UX teams, CX teams actually use it in the way that they house their customers in there, or potential customers in there, and recruit people in there, and they have like their own in-house, almost like research operations team, right, that are managing projects in-house, in CX and UX, and they would use it as their system to recruit and manage people from. So, but again, we wouldn't share those people with anybody else or use that data for anyone else. That's their own database.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
We've got time for one more question, but obviously if people have subsequent questions, you can get in touch with Shifra or Letitia afterwards. This is from Sally. Some participants are concerned about sharing the email or bank details with yet another third party. They are already dealing with recruiters and researchers. How can we reassure participants about this?
I think that's a really good question. I think that you're very welcome. I mean, in terms of clarity on how we handle information and how that information is used and what it's used for, we've tried to be as transparent as we can. I think we could provide you with a link to our T's and C's and our privacy policy, if that is something that people are concerned about, because essentially, to Lynn's point as well, we're not trying to sort of farm participants' details for some nefarious reason to then recontact them for anything, or essentially their information is used for the purposes only of processing payment, and therefore also ensuring that you have good quality people. Because what we see as well, this is what trust was built on, is we see people with 5, 10, 20, 30 IDs all claiming to the same bank account. And so we see people that are trying to game the system, that are being disingenuous and calling themselves different names and using different emails, but essentially are one person. And via trust, we're able to surface that to customers and say, you might want to look into the trustworthiness, essentially, of this person before progressing further. But yeah, I mean, in terms of privacy policy, T's and C's, in terms of keeping it transparent, and we try and limit the amount of information that we ask for as well, in terms of processing payment. So I think it's just trying to sort of do that, and being clear on what the information is being used for. Hi, Sally.
Yeah, so just you would be collecting that financial information at the end of the research process. So by then it's too late to be able to make any changes with regard to recruitment. So how can that help?
So all we can do, right? So that can help in terms of known in qual. That can help in terms of known professional or fraudulent people gaming the system. right? So we can flag if there's someone that has essentially been a repeat offender, we can flag that. That's what I mean. The more people that use it and the more companies that use it, that's what Leticia said, the better it becomes, because essentially you might have one email for someone that has a particular bank account, someone else will have a different email and name for another person that has the same bank account. And yes, it might happen once, but the second time that happens, that will be flagged to you. So those repeat offenders and people gaming the system can get caught out.
Yeah.
From a panel perspective, what we do is we add in a product called Verify, which means that as soon as someone comes into a panel, they enter the details of how they wish to be paid. And at that point, we can verify, is this a real person with a real bank account? But that's a different problem that we're solving there. That's more to do with sort of bots and survey farms and things like that, as opposed to people that are, like I said, gaming the system and using multiple IDs. But essentially, if a person is known to us already, then we will flag them to you. And currently, we have about 20% of potentially fraudulent professional participants across the Ayda universe that we see. So over the past 12 months, we've seen about 20% of people that fall within the red or amber category.
Thank you. I think we've run out of time, unless anybody's hopping with a question. We will draw it to a close, and just want to say thank you so much to both of you. Really interesting presentation. As I said, I will circulate it and put it on the ICG website. So please stay in touch with us, and I'm sure we'll talk further soon.
Great, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone
Thank you.
for coming.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.